Yo, 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 what's good, man? It's your boy O.N.E. once again bringing you 60 seconds of substance. Today we're coming out of the book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, verses 10 through 16. We're talking about the wall defended against enemies. Then Judah said, "The strength of the laborers is failing, and there is so much rubbish that we are not able to build the wall." And our adversary said, "They will neither know nor see anything till we come into their midst and kill them and cause the work to cease." So it was when the Jews who dwelt near them came that they told us 10 times, "From whatever place you turn, they will be upon us." Therefore I positioned men behind the lower parts of the wall at the openings, and I set the people according to their families, with their swords, their spears, and their bows. And I looked and arose and said to the nobles, to the leaders, and to the rest of the people, "Do not be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, great and awesome, and fight for your brethren, your sons, your daughters, your wives, and your houses." And it happened, when our enemies heard that it was known to us that God had brought their plot to nothing, that all of us returned to the wall, everyone to his work. So it was from that time on that half of my servants worked at construction, while the other half held the spears, the shields, the bows, and wore armor. And the leaders were behind all of the house of Judah. All right, and this is when Judah was rebuilding the wall. And I believe that this is a great example of the church now. You know, a lot of churches are in rebuild mode. And what happens is we feel like there's so much reconstruction that we need to do that there's a lot of rubbish, right? So that clouds and distorts the visibility. And we feel as though the enemy can now swoop in and attack us while we're at a weak point, right? But I love how Judah got together and they decided, look, we have to work together. Not only did the Jews that were in the surrounding areas come and alert them to what the enemy was trying to do, teamwork, they also said, okay, well, look, we need to spread out. Everybody, according to their families, needs to cover this, that, and the other, right? So some of y'all do construction, some of y'all man a post, some of y'all do both, right? And so I think that's kind of what we need to do in the church right now. A lot of us may feel overwhelmed because of the jobs that we have to do. We got to get more people carrying their weight, right? And even though we may be spread out at a time, when you read later on in that chapter, they talked about the man who had the trumpet. So it didn't matter how far out we were. Whenever trouble came, we would sound the trumpet and everybody would rally to that point. But I think the important thing to remember here is teamwork. Whether you find yourself in the pulpit, in the choir stand, manning a post as an usher, or even in the pews, or even up there in the sound booth like Danny Bowen. Everybody got a job to do. That's your 60 seconds of substance. And remember, God is inspirational substance. Shalom.